All right. Hello, hello. Am I the only one who does a dance party during the intro, that little intro number? I'm sitting here just dancing away as the countdown is going on. Hello, welcome everybody. I'm Morgan. I'm here for my Friday Q&A live stream. I go live every single Friday for you guys to help you with your channels. And so today it's a very gloomy, rainy day here in Arizona. Let me know where you are coming from. For it to be cloudy and gray skies and actually rainy in Arizona, that's pretty rare. I'd say that happens less than 2 weeks out of the year we get rain, which is great. Maybe a little more, but yeah, for this to happen, very, very rare. So, look, we have some people who are live in the chat. We have Slopes Game Room, my friend Daniel. He is the best. He says, "Oi, oi, Morgan, great to see you live. Great to see you live. You're my buddy." And then we have some other people saying hello. Dollar Influencer, Marvel Edits. Hey, Morgan from JF. How do we sign up for a channel review? Great question. So right here is where you can submit your channels for channel reviews, morganstradling.com/channel reviews. So the way that we have been doing the channel reviews is it's a first come, first serve basis. So just to be fair, people who submitted first, we're going to go first and just go down the line and do that way. Now, I did suggest last time I have a wheel of names. I can copy and paste everyone's channel into a wheel, and then we can let it spin, and we can do a channel review from there. So just as random, basically. Let me know in the comments and in the chat which of those you would prefer today. I'm happy to do either one. So while you guys are voting in the comments, I'm going to pull up my list of channel reviews and get those ready. Let's see. So all right, we got some more people in the chat. Hello. All right, I'm pulling up my channel review. There we go. So good. Excuse me. Okay. So we have a massive, massive list here of channel reviews. There's probably about 35 at this point. If you haven't submitted yet, go ahead and submit and let me know. Do you want the wheel or first come, first serve? So we have one vote for the wheel. We have another vote for first come, first serve. So let's just go ahead while we're at it. Let's give a few more people time. And of course, we're going to be doing channel reviews, but also if you have questions, you need questions for your channel or anything like that, just let me know. Let me adjust my chair and we'll go ahead and answer those questions. Now I'm a little too high. Okay. Perfect. Hello, guys. Hello. Okay. Seems like first come, first serve is where it's at today. So let's just go ahead and get started and do that. All right. So first channel up is this one. Oops. So, and hello. Welcome, everybody. Hope everyone's having a happy Friday. Like I said, I'm very, very happy that it is raining here. This is like Christmas in Arizona. We love our rain because it doesn't happen. This is part of our monsoon season, which it's supposed to come every year. It seems like recently, a lot of years, we're just not getting any monsoon. So let me move this over here really quickly and off we go. All right, we're going to do this. Share my screen. Okay, let me know if you can see this. Here is the first one up on the list. This is Hope Production Studios. So first and foremost, let me take a look at this. So it looks like this is an animation channel at first glance, especially since this first one here is the YouTuber's Life short animation. And then I see, I just see the word animation. And this is just sharing an animation button, but it isn't necessarily animation. So animated shorts for animators. So, right off the bat, my first idea, my first glimpse is, hey, this is an animation channel. And this may or may not be the case. I see Hope Production Studios, there's art supplies. One thing that I would recommend is to create an HD quality version of this. On desktop, it's pretty pixelated. So if you could just remake it in super HD, make sure you're using the correct dimensions. YouTube has a template that you can go ahead and do this. And also if you can go free on Canva, you can create your own. Super easy to do and just replace it. So right now, I really don't understand, or yeah, what the channel is about, production studios, and then seeing all those animation, to me, this seems like it's some sort of animated studio. You make animated films. So let's scroll down a little bit more and see. So your uploads are, this YouTuber's life, the short animation about COVID-19, Ravindra Jayanti 2021, daily routine short. So it seems like you are an animator and you share stories using, animation to do so, which is super cool because I'm a super big fan of animation. And then looking at your other videos, I can't tell initially what the theme is here. It seems like it's really all over the place. Obviously, it's in a different language that I don't speak, so that's harder for me to read. So I don't know. It seems like your target audience is not necessarily me. But yeah, a lot of animated stuff here. So my biggest takeaway from this channel is it needs to be very clear to people what you are doing. And right now it's not super clear. Like, are you sharing, are you an animator? And then you're creating these animations to share with people, or, going back to these earlier videos, I'm not sure what they're about. If your channel has changed, I would recommending unlisting those videos just to make it clean and clear about what your channel's about. So maybe if we go to the about section, it says, good day, welcome to our channel. Hope Productions is a platform where you can watch videos which will gain knowledge, innovative ideas of crafts, paintings, and much more. You'll also get entertained with our cultural programs like singing, dancing, recitation, animations, and more. So yeah, it feels like there's two different things that you're trying to cover here. You're trying to be too broad. And in the world of YouTube, especially starting out, especially when you're newer, that is not going to serve you very well. It's going to be hard to find an audience, find it hard to gain an audience, because if you try to speak to everyone, you're going to speak to no one. Right? You want to make your content, your channel, your videos super, super clear. So when people see your channel, even just at a high level, just looking at your channel banner, just looking at your thumbnails, looking at your videos, they're like, yes, this is the channel for me. Another thing I would recommend is, I know people like to do this, is you're hiding your numbers of subscribers. I'm not a huge fan of that, because the number of subscribers that you have are social proof. Even if you have just 50, even if you have just 100, I think people get embarrassed. Like, oh, I only have 200 subscribers. I don't want people to know. People know, okay? They can tell by typically the amount of views that you're getting on your video. There is a correlation with there. You have less than 1,000 views on these videos. And so it would make sense you have less than 1,000 subscribers at that rate, which is totally fine. But don't hide it, especially as you're growing. People do look at that number as, one of their decisions, whether I'm going to subscribe to this channel or not. Wow, 1 million people have subscribed to this channel. I got to check it out. Wow, 1,000 people have subscribed to this channel. I want to check it out. So there we go. That is that one right there. It apply to your channel or something that you learned. Okay, so right here, Arya Nair. So right now, this is her homepage. She doesn't have a channel banner. So that's first and foremost, super easy to do. I have a video on my channel that teaches you and walks you through how to do that very quickly. And, she does have her subscribers here, 157 subscribers. And right now, I'm not really sure, what the videos are about. Again, they're not in English. So it looks like for Ananya fans, right? And the homepage isn't necessarily very optimized. So you have about 4 videos. So the default way that YouTube is going to do this is your videos are going to appear in this upload section. So I think she only has 4 videos, and that's why only 4 are appearing. As you start having more and more videos, it's only going to show your last 5 or 6, depending on, how big your screen is. But there are opportunities for you to go down here and create other playlists to let people know, hey, these are the different type of categories and things that I offer. Okay. So this channel, it's still newer, and I think you're kind of trying to figure out who you are. So I would do that first and foremost. I would figure out who you are, who you want your audience to be, and then make sure that you design your channel in a way to really speak to that person. All right. So we're going to go to this next one. And this one is called Bill and Kelly Adventures. Cool. All right. Let me just mute this right here. So it says, come on our adventures. So right away, it seems like this is a channel that shares about Bill and Kelly's adventures, right? So, and you have a channel trailer right here, Bill and Kelly Adventures. This is our story. So that's great right there. And then I'm scrolling and looking down your most recent uploads, your popular uploads. I love to do that. And then a featured channel. And so I don't know who this channel is, how it's related to you. Sometimes it's if you have an additional channel, you can put it here, or a family member. It's still kind of confusing for me sometimes to have other channels on there. but it's totally up to you. So let's go check a look at these videos. And okay, so I'm just scrolling down to see how many, how long this channel's been around. So you have a decent amount of videos, which is great. So scrolling to your oldest there, you started about 3 years ago, and your most popular is Dollar Tree RV Organization. Okay, so I'm kind of getting a feel of what's working for your channel, what's not. It seems like you guys are traveling the road. Here's this, you're picking up our Grand Designs Reflection 337, which is cool. So it seems like you are traveling the world in your RV and you are sharing with people how to do that. I think that's super cool. Now, some of the things that have been working for you are sharing, how to organize an RV, sharing right here, RV organization tips and tricks. So you're not only sharing your journey and inspiration, but you're also teaching people, hey, if you want to do this too, learn from us, which is super cool. And I think that's great. I love having those two pieces to that channel, where if I want to travel the world in an RV, I can come here and I can learn a lot of great things. And I can also be inspired by your story. I think that's amazing. Now, one thing right here, it's the thumbnail design is not super clear. It's not very enticing, meaning that you really want to make your thumbnail just so just clickable. You want people to click it and to know what you're about right away. And obviously I'm sorting these by most popular. So let's go to your newest. Sometimes over time you do kind of hone in on a thumbnail design. So it seems like you are having a little bit more cohesive. This lime green you're using, which is bright, it draw attention. And then this blue and this sort of teal seems to be your three colors. If that's the case, you have those here. I would, try to make sure that the thumbnails really relate to the channel banner as well. So that way it's clear. This is all one and the same. And so you have other things. I love this. And I'd be curious to know if this is your ideal subscriber as well. If, what I can see from, just having looked at your channel 60 seconds, if that's truly what you're trying to do, because if that's not, then there's an opportunity for you to pivot. I think you're kind of experimenting with different thumbnail styles, which is totally fine. I think these ones that are lime green, they do pop and stand out a bit, but the lime green is like kind of almost too much, where it kind of looks cheap, if that makes sense. So you might want to test just using that bright lime green as an arrow instead of the whole background. So that way because we are really drawn to that lime green color. But sometimes when you're just like bombarded with lime green, it kind of looks like a green screen. Which here you have the picture of you with like the green behind you. It looks like a green screen, right? I would strategically use that lime green color to draw attention, and then have this blue and teal color, have those be your primary colors that you're talking about. And so one of the questions here is, does title and description language important? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, people, the number one things when they see your video, whether it's in search results or it's in the browse features, is they're going to look at your thumbnail and they're going to look at your title and your description. So if I don't speak that language, I'm never going to click a video on that, because to me, it seems, hey, this video is going to be in this language. If you don't speak that language, why am I going to watch that video? So if you are targeting an English audience, only use English. If you are targeting an audience that speaks Hindi, only use Hindi. Okay. So hopefully that helps. I just created, okay. All right. So I think this is a good channel. I think there's a lot of potential here. Just make it really clear. And I think sometimes you can, with this channel, you're doing a lot of really good things. I think you have an opportunity to maybe make your titles a little bit more clickable. Not necessarily clickbait, but you kind of want to entice people and convince them, like, you won't believe what I got at Dollar Tree for my RV. Like, that's a horrible example, but like RV organization for under $300, and something like that, where they hear it and they're like, oh wow, I want to know what that is. So they're going to click on that and go from there. So titles really are important, because this one, Jet Surf Academy, Destin, Florida. Okay, super cool. I think you're sharing your example and your I'll make this a little bigger for you guys. Sorry. Oops. Yeah, right here, you're sharing your example, your story of, surfing Jet Stuff Academy in Destin, Florida, but is there some way that you can entice people in a different way? Like, these are definitely keyword focused, which is great, but for me, I see that. I'm not really interested in that. But if there's some sort of hook or some sort of really exciting thing that happens in this video, try to convey that in the title. So that way anyone would maybe be potentially interested in watching this. So, all right, let's jump on to the next one. This is Ricky. Let's give a big welcome to Ricky as it loads. I'm going to take a super cool. Okay. This is welcome, Ricky, Beyond RC. Love your channel banner. I think this is an example of a very clean, simple banner that does the trick. It shows your name and you have a little RC car and just very simple black and white colors, which matches obviously the branding that's right here as well. I love it. I think that's great. Another thing, if you had something very specific you wanted people to know about your channel, like what makes it Beyond RC, are you teaching people how to build RC cars or collect RV cars? Because there's RC cars and then there's all these other subcategories as well. So let's go down here. Best RC cars for kids, and it's only $20. Okay, that is an example of a really, really great title. So going to that other channel, you're obviously giving a review of this RV. Or this RC. So one, like the default way that you could title this video is whatever this one was called. Let's say the Abysme Mini Racer. So you would do Abysme Mini Racer review. Okay, so that's an example of a title. Like, yes, that's true, but it's okay. Now I know what you're talking about. I know what that is. Great, whatever. But this one, best RC car for kids, and it's only $20. So I'm not telling you in the title which car this is. If I want to know what the best RC car for kids is, I have to click that one. And so I think that is a really, really good example. And then this is like the secondary hook is like, hey, by the way, it's totally affordable. It's only $20 because RC cars can be, hundreds of dollars, if not more. So I think that's really cool because this also is an opportunity for you to talk about this, review the product. And I'm sure here I'm just scroll on it really quickly. I'm sure you have a way of monetizing this by having an affiliate link in, yep, I got mine here. I don't know if that's an affiliate link, but you definitely could make sure that is an affiliate link where people can purchase it and then you get a kickback for that. So cool. All right, let's go back. So I'm already liking what I'm seeing. Oh, okay, perfect. This is good. Before it loaded the video, so I couldn't see the thumbnail, but this is a really, really great thumbnail as well because it has a kid holding the RC car and best RC car for kids. I think that's good. And I really like what you're doing here. Okay. So already looking at your channel, your thumbnails are on point. They have really bright, vivid colors. They have bold text that really stands out. You're using that arrow to direct people's eye. I'm loving this. You can see, you have the three elements that you're looking for in a thumbnail where you don't want to have too many things that are distracting you. You just want a picture of something that's recognizable. So for example, this one right here, there's this little RC boat. Then a little bit more context where you're giving cheap beginner RC boat. Okay, great. And then you're including the price with an arrow. So that's perfect because I already know, hey, this is like pretty cheap. You're reinforcing that with the cheapness of the 45 right here, and then the arrow. Another thing, if you just wanted to slightly mix it up, you could test this out in TubeBuddy. You could do the click magnet. I would take this, and I would just maybe make that arrow like a lime green color, like we were talking about in the other channel, and do an A/B test to see which one performs better. So my video that's actually coming out next week is all about this, where I'm showing how to use the A/B feature of TubeBuddy. And that's a simple, easy thing that you can just do behind the scenes. Create version 1 of the thumbnail, create version 2, see which one performs better. It may be as simple as having just one arrow that is a different color to draw people in. And you're doing that right here with this one. The jet right there for jet boat is a different color. I think that's super cool. So I really like what you're doing here. I think you're using colors appropriately. You're keeping it simple. I like the bold text. You are mixing it up with the types of photos that you have in your channel. This one is like maybe like more of a stock photo of it, but I like that it's super bright. It's kind of blurred and dark around the edges of that right here. Here's, top 5 for Christmas. That's super cool. So, and you're actually doing really well as far as some of these, these are your most popular uploads. 116,000 views, 61,000 views, 50. So people, I would be curious to see where these are coming from. Are these coming primarily from search? Or are they coming from being suggested in the browse features? But either way, if these are appearing in search, this one right here, like top 5 RC cars or top 5 for Christmas, that's amazing because those are kind of evergreen videos that you can just always appear in the search results, rank high in the search results. People who are actively looking for reviews of RC cars will find your video, watch your review, like your review, and most likely, hopefully, click your affiliate links and you can get a kickback. So that's pretty awesome. So, man, I don't have a lot of negative to say about this channel, which shows that you are really doing all the right things. So I love it. I love it. So nearly 8,000. So let's go back and just look at your oldest videos to see how long this channel's been around. So less than a year. That's amazing. Cool. Yeah. And these are your original thumbnails. You can see what you were doing and how you've changed and adapted. Like this right here, the font that's a little more scripty, cursive-y, that's harder to read. And so I'm glad that you have gone and changed it to that big, bold block letters, because I think that is a lot easier and simpler to read. And you probably have a higher click-through rate on that. So one thing that you could do is maybe for these other videos that have potential, maybe they have a decent amount of views, and they may, let's say they're ranking in search right now, you could go recreate those thumbnails and, do the TubeBuddy click magnet and test right there. So I'm going to just really quickly, right here. So I have my link for TubeBuddy, morganstradling.com/TubeBuddy. If you use code MorgansBuddy, you get 20% off. Test that out. Do it for 1 month. Get TubeBuddy. I love the A/B feature because it doesn't really mess. You don't have to create any new content other than just fixing a thumbnail here and there. So that's one thing that I also would recommend. If you are creating these thumbnails, I would always create a new version, a new file of the thumbnail every time. Don't just use a template and then save over that template every time, because if you ever needed to go back, you want to have that master file so you could just quickly move the elements around, so you can quickly edit it and do that on the fly. So that's for everyone here. That's my homework for everybody, is go and get TubeBuddy. This is the click magnet feature, which is the legend here, and do 5 to 10 thumbnails. Let's just start with 5. Find 5 thumbnails that the click magnet feature says is an area of opportunity. And what that is basically is it's going to say, hey, these videos are doing pretty well. We think they could do even better if you just fix the thumbnail. Super cool. So go and do that. Do it for 5 thumbnails and then run the A/B test. The way that the A/B test works here, I'll stop sharing my screen for a second. The way that the A/B test works is it's going to show thumbnail A for a period of time, and then it's going to swap out and show thumbnail B. And it's going to track the metrics of click-through rate and watch time, and then it's going to swap it out again. And so swap it again. It's going to keep swapping it automatically behind the scenes for you. And then once it figures out what is statistically significant, whether that's within 3 days, whether it's a week, then it's going to say, hey, this thumbnail significantly outperforms the other one, and then it will just swap it and make that your default thumbnail. So all you have to do is set up the test, and then from there, it's going to do everything else for you. You don't even have to go back and say, oh, great, this one did 8% click-through rate, and that one had 2. Let's do the 8%. It knows that you want the higher click-through rate, so it's automatically just going to swap and keep that one after the period that it's figured out is statistically significant. So cool. All right. Sweet. I'm not seeing anything in the description that says channel review, but that's fine. So if you do, sorry, I don't think I included the channel reviews in the description here. Right here is the banner where you can go and you can submit for channel review. We are going first come, first serve basis right now, and there's about 35 people who've submitted. So for sure, submit yours, and we do this every Friday, and we'll be sure to do, we'll eventually get to yours. So that's what we're doing right now. So let's go to another one right now. Okay. I want to try to get to as many as I can. So let's share my screen again. All right, this one is called It's Your Boy, Cedric. Nice. Okay, so here's Cedric. Okay. So it's your boy Cedric. Really pretty graphics right here. Please subscribe to my channel. I know a lot of people like to include this right here. Please subscribe to your channel. There's a lot of opportunities for people to subscribe to your channel. You know, the subscribe button right here on your video. There's multiple places. So if you didn't have any other place that you wanted to point people, then that's fine. You know, that can be your main call to action. So what is this channel about? Let's check it out. So it's the best of your boy Cedric. Dads versus lads. Look like this. There's some Nerf guns, Bentley Flying Spur 2020, Belgium holiday April 2019, Morocco all-inclusive holiday. That's super cool. Here's some of your popular uploads. So I think this is more of like a travel vlog, if I get a feel. Here's snow day in the southeast of England. Okay, Dover Court Holiday Park. Okay, Clacton by the Sea. Super cool. So this is kind of like your travel adventure travel vlog. What I would do, I would take your channel banner and I would include a picture of your boy Cedric. If it's all about you, include a photo of you on the thumbnail. I think it's really important that, people relate to other people and faces. So make sure that your face is very prominent on your thumbnail. And then since it seems to me that this is a travel vlog, maybe have a collage of photos of you, in these different destinations, or just something to give the vibe that you're sharing your travel adventures. And that could just be like a subline where you're just saying like, follow along on my travel adventures or something like that. Right. So and then as far as these, I think there's an opportunity to improve the thumbnails. You're doing a variety of different things, which is super cool, but I think you could make them pop a little bit more. Like, I think this one's actually really cool. Our Lady Lourdes Pilgrimage 2019. Sorry, whenever I hover over it, it just starts playing it. But the text right there over the thumbnail, I'm talking about this one right here. It's really cool. Script, which normally I'm not a fan of the scripty fonts or the cursive fonts. But I really like that one because it's so simple and so small. I think if you just made it a different color or stood out more, it's kind of blending into the background. There's not really much differentiation there. But yeah, and if, Our Lady of Lourdes Pilgrimage, that just looks like a random city to me. If there's something that's easily recognizable about that place, I would have that be the thumbnail. Maybe there's a famous statue that everybody knows, recognizes, right? You're doing that for some of these, like Chateau Fort de Lourdes. And I'm probably saying this totally wrong because I don't speak French. Well, I did take French class in 7th grade, but it's been a while. I do speak Spanish. So you have that here, which is super cool. Sorry. Okay. But again, you have the white text over it, which is hard to see. And I've blown this up pretty big from the default size that it shows on YouTube. So, and then there's just a lot of text. So I understand what you're trying to do, like very clearly, boom, like literally, this is what the video is about. But maybe if there's just some sort of like intrigue about the video that you can capture in the title or in the thumbnail, just so you're like, ooh, what's that? That's really what you want people to do. That's the whole point of your thumbnails, is you want people to go, oh, okay. And they'll click, right? So I like it. I like that you're sharing your adventures. You're really traveling the whole world, which is super, super cool. So it's just a matter of helping understand people, okay, what's in it for them. Whether it's I'm searching and I want to learn about these things, or I'm interested and invested in your journey, which times on Instagram and in the comments. So here is his channel. He's runs a foundry. Okay, cool. Super easy things right away that you can do right here. Your title or your channel name is very, very awesome. It's very clear what you do, what the company is. I think there is an opportunity potentially to fix the icon right here for your avatar, because Windry Hill Foundry, it's all on one line. It's really small. If you could have an alternate version of your logo where maybe they are stacked on top of each other, so that way it can be bigger, that would be helpful. Or if you have a different version of the logo that's just like WHF with, this right here, that's like your prominent part of your logo. I would recommend that, just because it's kind of hard to read. It's super small. So you just kind of want it to be like the essence of you and your channel. Right here, you just have nothing. You just have obviously the foundry, but I would take this photo, and if you're a big part of the channel, like you inside your videos, then I would have a photo of you. If that's not something that you really highlight, that's totally fine. But I would also put your logo or your name up here, and then just a like subtitle for your channel. Like, what are you about? Are you just sharing the journey as a Foundry owner? Are you teaching people how to do this themselves? What's in it for them? Because right now, I don't really see what's happening. Like I know what this is, right? But other people may not know what this is and what's happening here. So you want to kind of call that out for people. All right, so so another thing right here is your channel. The default homepage is set on the default homepage. And so the default homepage really is just going to show your uploads, and that's it. You have the opportunity to customize your channel to show different playlists and different sections. So that way I can keep scrolling, and it looks like, wow, he covers this and he's teaching you how to do this, and there's this. That's an easy thing to do because all you have to do is create a bunch of playlists. You could have a cast iron playlist or a pattern making, and you just, okay, so I want my cast iron playlist to show right here. I want my other one to show under there. So I would definitely do that. It's super easy to create new playlists and sort your videos in there. Even if there's just one or two in there, that's better than nothing. So I would definitely go and do that. All right. So I'm going to sort by oldest. That's like the first thing that I love to do. I just like to see, okay, how long has this channel been around? So you've been around a little over 2 years, which is super cool. And then, and your most popular videos are cast iron way cover. Very straight to the point, very simple, 218,000 views. Hand wheels, a collaboration between, so this is something that's, important to note is in the search results page, especially on mobile. I think mobile will truncate your titles at 50 characters. So you really want to front load the most important part of your title at the very beginning. So that way people know what your channel's about, what this video is about. Because this is a collaboration between what? I have to hover over this between Hand Tool Rescue and Windry Hill Foundry. Okay. So I wouldn't have even known that based on this right now. So, yeah. So reproducing an iron casting for a 107-year-old Chevrolet brake flange backing plate. Whew, that's a lot. Okay, but that's fine. And I actually think this is a good example of a title that could do really well for you. And obviously it has, but it just shows a little intrigue and it's sharing like a story. I'm reproducing this 107-year-old part, right? And you don't even have to say like, you could say what it's for in the title, 107-year-old Chevrolet brake flange braking plate, or you could just, for simplicity to make it easy, like reproducing a 107-year-old car part. You won't believe what happens next. Something like that. You know what I mean? So that way it's just simple, easy, to the point. Your titles, your thumbnails, for the most part, they're just still shots, which is fine. I think, if you really wanted to experiment, let's go to your newest ones to see what's happening here. Yeah. So you're not really spending a lot of time with the thumbnails. So that's something that you could do, is to get like a really, this one's really cool right here. You're pouring into those molds, casting an ornamental diamond rosette, and what? And maintenance on the molar. So that's cool, but you can also have just some simple text, very short, 2 to 5 words, if that, maybe to draw a little bit more, enticement. And sometimes that's where you can, if you have all these things that you want to stack into your title, maybe not a good idea to do that, but instead take some of those words that you normally would want in the title and put it on the thumbnail, or vice versa. And that's one thing that you don't necessarily have to do, just in general, for anyone who's listening. For your thumbnails, your title doesn't have to be on your thumbnail. I see a lot of people do that. It's like how to blah, blah, blah in their title. And then their thumbnail says how to blah, blah, blah. People are going to see the thumbnail and they're going to see the title. So the thumbnail really should be boiled down to the main essence of the video. You don't want to have these big, long titles in a thumbnail, because it's just too much to read. Like, people are going to look at your thumbnail because it's visual. They're going to, see whatever you have to say there. And then they're most likely going to go to the title next, just to triple check, to double check, like, okay, this is what I think it's about. Let's read the title. It confirms, or like gives a little bit more information, and they say, oh, okay. And then they're going to click. So I like that. So the molar report, I think, interesting. I see what you're doing there. But it's relating to that, the part that you're doing, which is super cool. Purchased an introductherm furnace. Yeah, so for a lot of these, it's just being cut off when I see it. And so that might be another reason why you have thumbnails that have a little bit more text to help give that context. Okay. Cool. I like what you're doing with your channel. 16,000 subscribers. I would be curious to know a little bit more about, okay, of those 16,000, are they people who work in foundries, want to work in foundries, foundry enthusiasts, or just people who just are super interested in what you do and find it interesting, because that can help drive future videos. All right. Next up is Ryan. Rian? Let me know in the chat, guys. Oh, yes. Says it's raining in AZ. What? I know. Who'd have thought, right? Okay, perfect. Okay, let's see what we got here. Pause. Saw Panda Toys, Mr. Saw Panda Toys. So opportunity here to just clean up the channel art a little bit. It's this guy's being cut out. I can't really see all of him. I would make him smaller so he just shows up in like a little section right here. He's behind the text. I would just move him maybe a little to the side so the text and the graphic, they aren't competing for each other. And then it seems like it was made in a smaller resolution and then blown up. So I would remake this in the proper resolution. Yeah. Well, right. If you are interested, submit your channel. We'll do it. Okay. It's pronounced like Ryan. Yay, Ryan. I'm glad that you're here joining live, because sometimes I do these and I'm like, oh man, I'm hitting your channel and people aren't here. So if you want to submit your channel, here's where you can do it. All right. Let's keep Ryan up here because it is his channel time. Okay. So first and foremost, that's just what I see from the very beginning. Super easy things to do. You have over 1,000 subscribers. Congrats. I know that's a big milestone. And right here. All right. So your most recent uploads are on a few different things: LCD writing tablet review, Cave Club dolls, funny looking fake dolls. Okay. See, I like that second part of your title, right? Because you're just showing a little bit more emotion, funny looking fake dolls. And so, you're showing right here, here's the real one, here's the fake, or maybe those are both the fake. I don't know. But that could be people who are interested in these could see that. Colorful DIY scratch off art. And then how to get more views using TubeBuddy. So right now, within your 4 most recent uploads, they're kind of random. I'll be honest. You're teaching people how to use TubeBuddy. You're doing an LCD writing tablet review, and then comparing some dolls. So I'm not really sure what the channel is about. So, I'm kind of scrolling down to get a little bit more. There's some DIY stuff. You review some Disney dolls, which that is my jam. I am all about Frozen. I'm all about Disney. And that gets a lot of views, obviously, because there's always people looking and searching those. And then a lot of unboxing. Okay, so it seems like you focus mostly on unboxing, dolls and comparing those. So I'm just kind of curious, why the sudden shift to TubeBuddy. Oh, hey, and looks like me, huh? I'll have to check out this video right here. You have my video on your video, how to get monetized on YouTube quicker. Oh, let me guess. You're probably saying, hey, this girl says this, I got a better way. I see what you did there. Okay, I'm gonna take a drink real fast. Spit out a little water. Okay. So yeah, it seems, let's go back to your oldest videos. That's one thing I like to do. See, like, where did you start? Where are you now? So it seems like initially you were really going all in on the dolls, right? And you're continuing to do that. Fake doll review. I mean, I like the fake with the X and the check mark. That's, something that's very, very common on YouTube right now, is like to have the check and the X. A lot of people are doing that because it does draw attention. It's something very simple and easy thing that you can do. You have your hair treatment. You have, okay, so your channel is only about 6 months old, which I think is super exciting. So you hit 1,000 subscribers within 6 months. Let's go to your most popular. So, making your own necklace and bracelet, color DIY, and look at that fancy background. Super cool. So yeah, I guess I'm still a little bit confused. Okay. Oh, nice. The video refers to the video that helped me. Okay, cool. Hey, no shame if you did it the other way around. Just thought it was great. So yeah, I'm just, the great thing about channels is that you can pivot and you can change. And I think that's kind of what you're doing. And since you're here live with me, just type in the comments in the chat, let me know. But it seems like you were really all in on the dolls and then you've shifted it recently to a little bit more DIY and art. And that's good because you get to find out, oops, sort by your newest. You get to find out what's working for you and your audience and what they're resonating with, which is great. Okay, so you're still doing dolls. I think you're kind of probably, from what I can tell, right? So this is, if anyone's watching this or coming to your channel for the first time, they're probably having the same reaction as me, except for they're probably not dissecting it as much as I am at this point. They're probably not being like, ooh, what's this about? I'm like explicitly going through trying to figure this out. Most people, you have like 5 seconds to make it very simple, obvious what you're about so they can check you out, watch more videos. So it looks like you're doing a little bit of product reviews, a little bit of art tutorials, and then heavy on the dolls. And that's fine. I recommend having different content pillars, especially if those content pillars kind of fall under the same umbrella, speaking of our rain theme. But you want to make sure that they aren't so random off the wall that when you release a new video on, topic Z, it's so far removed from topic A that your audience who subscribe to you, they're going to see this and be like, I'm not into that. I came for this. Why aren't you doing more of that? And, that can become a problem because you can kind of like box yourself in a corner. But that's where you and your personality really comes in, because over time, initially people are going to come for the content. They're going to stay for you. And that's how people get these loyal audiences time and time again, because you're able to, sorry, I just saw one of the comments. Very, very nice. Said sweetest voice ever. Well, thank you very much. I don't know if I have a very sweet voice, but I have a voice. That's for sure. But, over time, that's how people are able to garner these really big followings, because, you can release a video. I don't care what the topic is. I just love hearing you, seeing your journey, hearing you talk. I think whatever you review is hilarious and funny. And so, people are going to stay for you and your personality. But so I'm curious just what you want to do with the channel. It's Panda Toys, but do you want to, maybe you could possibly rebrand it with just you and your name, make it about you. If it's specifically about toys, then that's your title, then keep it about toys. Yeah, I'd be interested to know what is the number one goal of your channel. Yeah, so. Okay, so here's another question. We're just going to pause on the channel reviews for a second, answer a few questions. If you have them, type them in the chat. And it says, my one issue is every time I upload, I lose a sub or 2 every time. That's great. That is fine. You actually kind of want that, because that's showing that people, the content that you are relating or you're doing no longer relates to those people. So if you lose those subscribers, great. You weren't a subscriber that I wanted anyways, because you made it very clear that, hey, my content isn't for you. Now, that could be a bad thing in the fact that maybe you've gone and changed your content so much that people no longer are subscribing, and people are like, I came for this and now they're doing this and I just don't want that anymore. So that could be a problem. If you've completely changed your channel strategy, then people will just bounce. Or maybe people just are realizing it's not for them, and that's fine, because you don't want people who don't want to be there. You don't want dead weight on your channel. So if people unsubscribe, that's totally fine. So actually for my, I have a different channel. It's called Rotoscopers. I'll share my screen. There's a lot of things that I need to do some changes here. Haven't had time, and like my baby wakes up every hour on the hour. So if I look like I have bloodshot eyes and I haven't been sleeping, it's because I haven't. So here, let's go to this. This is my channel. Significantly need to update the channel banner. This was supposed to be a temporary channel banner while I changed something. It had a picture of me and my friend, who are the main people on the channel. And I removed it for a second. I had to take the pictures off to change it. I never went back and changed it, guys. This is so bad. This is an example of me not doing what I need to. And it's not high on my list, which I need to do that. So maybe I'll do, I could do one of these live streams where I recreate the channel banner live with you guys. If you'd want to do that, it could be like a co-working session where we can work on this together. I think that'd be super cool. Or I might just send it to Fiverr and have someone do it for me. I don't know. Okay, so channel banner aside. Okay, let's remove this. This channel is all about animation reviews, news, interviews. We kind of have this umbrella of things. And the tagline for the channel is animation addicts just like you. So it's typically for young adults who love animated films, love animated movies. They grew up with them. There's the nostalgia there, and you still like them. I feel like there's a period where a lot of people kind of grow out of animation and they forever stay in that camp of animation is for kids, and I'm not a kid anymore. That's not what this channel is about. If that's your feeling of animation, that's fine. But this channel wouldn't be for you. So here's the problem not the problem, is the channel was kind of dead for a while. I had kids and it just wasn't a priority. So I just stopped uploading. And you can see our popular uploads are obviously from a few years ago. And this number one hit right here, this Tyler Perry clip. So we have a website and we work with press on, promoting different films. We do news articles and stuff on the website itself. And sometimes they'll say, hey, we're releasing the DVD of this movie. Do you want the exclusive rights to a clip to help promote it? So that's what this Medea clip was. So normally you can't have copyrighted material on your YouTube channels, but we have the exclusive rights to this clip because we helped promote it. So we were able to put it on our YouTube channel. We don't get copyright flags because our channel has been whitelisted behind the scenes. Like there's this whole process that you have to go with the copyright owner. So for that reason, it has 2.4 million subscribers, right? So this video is so funny because let me share with you actually I'm on my channel. I'm not on this channel, but I could log in a second on my other in an incognito browser. But here, let me do this real quick. I'll do this off screen and while I'm talking. So this video is so funny because it gets picked up by the algorithm all the time. So sometimes it'll just be picked up and we'll get like tons of views per day. And then other times it won't get a lot of views. It's just really funny. But the problem is we've actually gotten a decent amount of subscribers from this video. And so then when we start doing new videos that aren't necessarily Medea content, sorry, I'm having to do my logging in on my phone into that channel. So just bear with me as I'm attempting to multitask, which they say is not possible. They see my new videos and they actually unsubscribe. So I've been actually having that problem with this channel as we've been more active on this channel. You can see I have these videos. This video was essentially dead for 4 years. And so this is an experiment for me on, can you revive a dead channel? Yes, I have 28,000 subscribers, but because I was basically not doing anything for 4 years, like the audience left and the audience isn't there anymore. So that's something that you have to pay attention to. And really, if you're going to take a break, that's something that could happen. All right. So, okay. Sorry. It's still making me approve. Okay. So I got to send the code. Okay. I'm logged in. Great. So interestingly enough, with these, okay, I'm going to throw this over here. Can you see this? Okay, here's the channel behind the scenes. So actually, interestingly enough, if we go to the analytics of this channel, I've basically been doing new videos since May-ish. And, here's all the different uploads that I've done. And if you go to subscribers, every single time I've released a video, I'm losing subscribers. Boom, 7 subscribers lost. 6 subscribers lost, 6 subscribers. But here's the thing. I don't care because those probably are people that found me from the Medea video and just wanted like the Medea clip and they were into the Medea clip. And they're not interested in my new content. So if I release a new video and they drop off, great. So don't be offended by it and don't be sad if you're losing subscribers. Because I definitely am not. And I don't think that it's something to worry about. So yeah, I will be doing an update on my channel of saying like, hey, can you revive a dev channel? I think I need a few more months to work on this and the channel strategy with this. I think it's going to take a while of me releasing videos to have this new content resonate and find an audience, re-engage the audience that was there before it will kind of pick back up. Really all it takes, and you can see the new channel strategy on this videos is, here, let's hide this, is I'm trying to do videos that aren't necessarily as SEO friendly. And instead, I'm trying to do things that will potentially get picked up in the algorithm. Because this one, I watched every Swan Princess movie, so you don't have to. And I actually have a different thumbnail for this. Let me show you right now while we're at it. If you guys want to see me do walk through how to use, well, no, I'm going to do that in my video on next week. So, but I actually have an updated thumbnail for this one because you can see, like, I watched every Swan Princess movie, so you don't have to. That's the thumbnail. Or that's the title. And I actually have a new thumbnail that says, I watched them all. And it's better than this one. I think this one's okay, but unless you don't know what the covers of these movies look like, they're too small to see. So I've updated it, I fixed it. It's a lot better. I think it's to be cooler. So I'll be sharing my experience with that. Rye says, I'm in the same spot. Oh, the AC just turned on and it shut my door and it made me feel like someone was here. I was like, who's here? I'm in the same spot, deadish channel because of life stuff. Views are terrible because I've been so inconsistent. Yep. And that happens. And that's okay, guys. Like, in an ideal world, you would be perfectly every week or whatever your upload schedule is, you would do. Do I wish that I had been consistent? Obviously, but real life happened and it's totally fine. Don't stress about it because all it takes really is one video to really change the trajectory of your channel. And that's really what I am going to be experimenting with here. I do believe in having SEO as a foundation for your channel. And these are very much SEO. I've done all the SEO work on them. They have them in the titles, the tags, or not at a teeny bit in the title, but definitely the description and the tags are all SEO optimized. But I think the success of this channel to reinvigorate it will happen this video is going to get picked up. This one that has 900 views right now. I watched every Swan Princess movie. There's another girl who has a video kind of like this. Let me share it real fast. And this is how her channel kind of exploded. So I'm kind of trying to replicate a similar strategy. So this girl right here, I watched every single Barbie movie, so you don't have to. It has 2.4 million subscribers or views. And now she has about 250,000 subscribers. This was the one video that made her channel 2 years ago. So it didn't pop off initially a few months after she released it. And that is totally normal in the algorithm, is that you will release something and right away it's just going to get, views from your subscribers, maybe a few views here and there. But the big thing, maybe it's 3 months down the line, maybe it's 6 months down the line. That's where you're going to see that finally the algorithm, if it's a good video, if it has good title, really good, I like with this, it's all 36 Barbie movies ranked, and then she's holding literally all 36 Barbie movies. That's a really great thumbnail. I like it a lot, actually. I did not have all of the Swan Princess movies because I watched them digitally, so I couldn't really do that. But it's like, wow, you sat and watched 36 movies and you ranked them? You know what I mean? So eventually this started gaining momentum, and then the ball just started rolling. And here we are 2.4 million views later. So that really is what I'm trying to replicate here, because I noticed that no one else had watched all of the Swan Princess movies. Thankfully for me, there were only 10. Woo! And it was a struggle bus watching all 10 of those for sure. But it was funny. And I'm really glad that I did it because I love this video. And everyone who's watched it, they say, I love this video. This is hilarious. So I'm just giving this video some time. And as soon as this video peaks or pops off in the algorithm, that's where, I'm not going to be concerned about those subscribers who I'm dropping anymore, because I got new subscribers now. I got a new set of friends, new people who are watching the video. So I'm going to keep you guys updated on how this will go. I just really like sharing about this. But I wanted to go back really quickly to, okay, where was that? Okay, so I want to go back to that Medea show, so I could just show you how the algorithm sometimes works. So Medea. Okay, let's go to the analytics of this Medea video, and we're going to go lifetime. This video has been around a long time. So this is how the algorithm works sometimes, guys. This is crazy. This video was released in December 2014. Nothing. 2015, 2016, nothing. Oh, we're like starting to get a little bump, like 500 a day in 2017. Whoa, we got a little bump here, which was crazy. 4,000, 5,000 in a day. And in 2017, it just started, boom. It's not letting me go all the way to the top of that, but I think it's like 10,000 a day views on this video. Like the algorithm was just picking it up like crazy. It was going, and then it died. And then it's picking it up again. And it's so funny how this video, just every once in a while, just like the algorithm's like, all right, let's go again. Let's go again. And you can just see I have these little like peaks of when it gets picked up by the algorithm. And that's not search traffic. If we go more, and we break this down by traffic source, you can see the blue is browse features. And all of those peaks, 100% are because of browse features. YouTube search is this yellow one. So initially it was appearing in YouTube search. And I was pretty happy about that because people were searching this because that's when the movie was released on DVD. So people were searching the movie initially. And they still kind of do. Like maybe 200 views a day come from search. And so you can see why building that foundation of search is important. You just kind of like always have like this workhorse of views every single day. It's been pretty consistent. But because search volume doesn't really have these peaks and valleys, most of the time, like the searches, unless there's some like weird trend that happens to spike it up, it's going to be consistent. So my yellow, which is my YouTube search, is always consistent. I'm always getting at least 200 to 300 views a day from search. And that's because I've done the SEO the right way. I've optimized it for search. So I'm not going to ignore that, right? But the real virality comes from, the true growth comes from browse features, which is where YouTube proactively pushes your video in front of other people. So let's change this back to like just 2017, I guess. So we can just see like a smaller range. And if this is helpful, let me know. All right. But yeah, you can see this was getting 5,000 views on that day just from browse features, 7,000 from browse features, while still having that same 200 from search. Up here, 8,000 from browse features, another 200 from search. You can see my search is always consistent. It's always there. It's nothing like the magnitude of when YouTube picks up your videos, but you want to start. You want to build the foundation of SEO so you can always count on that. This isn't very highly searched. Like tons of people aren't searching the Medea animated movie, but some things have thousands of searches per day. So that you could definitely have a lot of search volume if you're ranking high there. But yeah, so and the YouTube algorithm is really unpredictable. I have no idea why this is just like boom, boom, boom every 6 months. It's like, hey, I think people want another Medea fix, and so they go and they do that. And I haven't really had anything in 2020. Let's see, it's not bringing it up anymore. Come on. Why, when I need it, it suddenly just decides not to? Okay, there we go. In 2021, maybe at the beginning of the year, we had a bump, but there's been nothing since for this video. But who knows? Maybe a month or two, it'll pick back up again. So I hope this is really helpful. We've been going about an hour. I'm going to leave it here. And do views come? Dear views come from you? No, I don't watch my own videos other than when they first release them. So I'm not sitting here like rewatching these videos all the time. Yeah. So hope this has helped. We've gone live for a whole hour. We did some channel reviews, and then we dove into one of my channels and the analytics of my channel and some of my videos. I hope that was really helpful and helps you understand, why search matters, but why browse features matters. And I'll continue to share my journey with that video. I am certain that is going to pop off in browse features in a few months. Like, I would bet some money, right, that it's going to happen. And just because that's how the algorithm works. Sometimes the algorithm just needs a lot of time with your video, a few months of people watching it before it says, okay, I'm willing to take a risk on this video and promote it in the browse features. And then if it does well with like a smaller set of people in browse features, then it's going to promote to a bigger set, and then a bigger set, and a bigger set. And that's how you can really pop off. So stay tuned. I'm going to keep sharing more about that. But says, I don't think YouTube count your own. I think it does. I'm pretty sure because I know every time I release a video, the first thing I do is I watch the whole video and I give it a like, because YouTube, an engagement is an engagement and a watch is a watch. Because if I do that and my video is unlisted, it will show as one watch. And I know that I'm the only person that have watched it. So it's peanuts at the end of the day, because it's just one view and you're hoping to get way more than that. But at the very beginning, every little bit helps. And he says, love the glasses. Thank you. These are my gamer goggles. Anytime I'm on the computer, I wear these. I only wear these for live streams for you guys, because normally I'm not sitting in front of a computer. But it's all I got today. And with that, let me know. Again, submit your channels for review. We got a long list. I'm kind of going a little faster through these. So that way, hopefully we can get through a lot more. I used to spend like 10, 15 minutes on every single one. Now I don't necessarily do that because I just want to say like, hey, boom, this is like one thing you can do right now. Now, really quickly, while we're at it, I am actually doing a masterclass. I've done 2 masterclasses so far teaching you more about the YouTube algorithm and how it works. Specifically, I'm talking about search. So I very high level talked about search right now, but I'm doing one more on Tuesday at 9 a.m. So if this time worked for you, it's going to be the exact same time on Tuesday. So go to morganstraveling.com/masterclass. It's an hour long. So just like this live stream, except for I have slides and I have examples and I just like go, go, go. I'm really excited to do this final masterclass for you guys. So go and sign up for the masterclass and I will see you there. Thanks for joining me for this live stream. I hope you have a great, great day. Yes, people are saying thanks for the information, super helpful. And yeah, if you want to be reviewed, make sure to submit it. I go in order of when it was submitted. So thank you so much. Have a great weekend. See you later. Bye, guys. Go kill it on YouTube. Let's do it.